Tragedy has cast a long and somber shadow over the city of Boston, a place where sports are not merely pastimes but the very pulse of civic life. The news arrived not with a roar, but with a devastating, quiet shock, spreading through the streets from Back Bay to Southie, from the newsrooms to the neighborhood bars. A prominent figure, a pillar of the community whose name was synonymous with the grit, passion, and excellence of Boston athletics, has passed away. The collective heart of a city that lives and dies with its teams has broken, leaving a void that feels both immense and deeply personal. This was not just an athlete or an executive, this was a figure woven into the very fabric of Boston's identity. For some, they were the grizzled veteran whose leadership guided a team to a long-awaited championship, ending decades of heartache. For others, they were the voice of reason in the front office, the architect of dynasties whose keen eye for talent built rosters that dominated their eras. Their contributions were measured not just in wins and losses, but in the moments of unbridled joy they helped deliver to a region starving for glory, moments that became indelible memories for generations of fans. The impact of their loss is felt across the entire sporting landscape. At Fenway Park, the absence is palpable in the hushed tones of fans gathering by the iconic Green Monster, where their legacy is now part of the ballpark's hallowed lore. The hallways of TD Garden seem a little darker, the banners hanging from the rafters serving as a testament to the battles they fought and won. Even Gillette Stadium, a modern cathedral of football, feels the weight of the news, a reminder that the foundations of today's success were laid by the giants of yesterday. Beyond the statistics and the championship parades, their true legacy lies in their humanity. Teammates remember a relentless competitor who was also the first to offer encouragement after a costly error. Rival executives speak of a negotiator of unwavering principle, who understood that a handshake deal was binding. Young players they mentored, now stars in their own right, credit them for lessons that shaped not only their careers but their character, teaching them what it truly means to represent the city of Boston on and off the field. In the wake of the news, an outpouring of grief and tribute has flooded in, a powerful testament to a life lived with profound influence. Social media feeds are filled with photos and stories from fans, sharing personal encounters where a moment of their time made a lifelong impression. Current and former players, their voices heavy with emotion, speak of a mentor and a friend. The rivalries that once seemed so important have melted away, replaced by a unified chorus of respect and mourning from across the sports world. The city itself seems to be moving at a different pace today, draped in a collective melancholy. Flags fly at half-staff, and sports radio, typically a cacophony of heated debate, is instead a platform for shared remembrance and quiet reflection. The familiar sights of jerseys bearing their name or number in the streets feel like moving memorials, each one a story of a family, a friendship, or a personal connection forged through their achievements. As the initial shock begins to settle, the reality of their absence sets in. The press box seat will remain empty. The insightful commentary during a crucial offseason will be silent. The familiar face, once a constant on the sidelines or in the executive suite, is gone. The Boston sports community must now navigate a future without one of its guiding stars, a daunting prospect for a world that relied on their wisdom, their passion, and their unwavering presence. Yet, in the profound sadness, there is also a powerful, enduring light. Their legacy is not confined to record books or trophy cases, it is etched into the soul of the city. It lives on in the values they instilled in the organizations they served, in the championships they made possible, and in the millions of fans who found inspiration in their journey. While tragedy has indeed struck, the memory of this prominent figure will forever be a foundational part of Boston's rich sporting tapestry, a champion whose impact will be felt for generations to come. The very rituals of being a Boston sports fan now feel tinged with their memory. The crack of the bat at Fenway, the screech of sneakers on the parquet, the roar that follows a touchdown at Gillette, each sound now seems to carry an echo of their influence. Fans who never had the chance to meet them feel a sense of personal loss, a testament to the unique bond they forged with the community. They were a constant, a fixture in the ever-changing landscape of professional sports, and their sudden absence makes the world feel less stable, the victories to come somehow incomplete without their blessing. The organization they helped build now faces its most challenging season, one played in their honor. One can already envision the symbolic patches on uniforms, the moment of silence before a big game, a stadium full of flickering phone lights held high in tribute. The players will undoubtedly be charged with a new, heavy sense of purpose, aiming to win not just for themselves or the city, but for the memory of the architect who believed in them. This, win one for them, mentality will become a powerful, if bittersweet, narrative driving the team forward through grief. Their philanthropy and quiet work beyond the spotlight now come into sharper focus, revealing the full measure of the person behind the public figure. Stories emerge of anonymous donations to children's hospitals, of time spent with community programs in Roxbury and Dorchester, of a genuine commitment to making Boston a better place for all its residents. This revelation adds another, deeper layer to the mourning, highlighting that the city has not just lost a sports icon, but a truly good neighbor and a dedicated civic leader. For the local media who covered them, the loss is both professional and personal. They remember the gruff but fair exchanges, the off-the-record wisdom that helped shape a story, and the rare, insightful quote that could perfectly encapsulate a moment. They grapple with how to adequately eulogize a figure of such stature, knowing that words, no matter how eloquent, can feel insufficient to capture a legacy so vast and multifaceted. The press box has lost one of its most compelling characters, and the narrative of Boston sports has lost one of its most authoritative authors. In the days and weeks to come, the formal tributes will unfold, a jersey retirement, a posthumous Hall of Fame induction, perhaps a statue to stand alongside the city's other immortals. These permanent markers are necessary and deserved, yet they are cold comfort in the face of such a vibrant life cut short. They are for history, for the generations of fans who will only know their name through stories and bronze castings. For those who experienced their era firsthand, the true memorial exists not in medal or retired numbers, but in the heartache and profound respect that accompanies every memory. And so, the Boston sports community, renowned for its resilience, must now find a way to endure its most profound loss. The seasons will inevitably turn, new champions will be crowned, and the relentless cycle of games will continue. But the fabric has been permanently altered. Moving forward does not mean moving on, it means carrying their legacy. As a source of strength and inspiration. The passion they helped ignite, the standards they demanded, and the love they had for this city and its teams will become a permanent part of the playbook, ensuring that while the figure is gone, their spirit will forever be a part of every future triumph.